Kev here on Fight Story Media. I'm joined by the victorious Stormin Parke. First of all, before the fight, how did it feel walking out there in front of the Belfast crowd? You clearly had a big support behind you.
Yeah, it's I've had support travelling to Dublin and stuff like that there, but this is where I'm from. Belfast is the closest place. I'm from Bushmills, but to have like there's a lot of friends that came the night that never ever been to a martial arts show ever in their life, and I guarantee when I speak to them after, they'll be like, one of the best nights they've ever had. I said that to them, that you'll have one of the best experiences ever. So I'm glad that they got that tonight, and I'm happy to get the win for sure.
It was a tough fight. There was definite war going on between yourself and Paul. Did the fight play out how you planned, or was there an alternate strategy?
No, I never really worked the game plan. I just went in there and there was actually no game plan at all. Just to go in there and actually fight. I knew we were similar in ways. We can kind of strike a bit. We're more wrestler, grappler types, but I was surprised they actually tried to take us down at the start. I thought he would try to keep it on the feet because he was getting the better of some of the exchanges on the feet. He was throwing more big power shots, and I thought, okay, I'm going to bite my time here to try and look for a sneaky takedown. But he went there first, and then I'm not too sure. I think I kind of reversed that, and then once I was on top, we worked, because he likes to go from half guard. He can go for heel hooks and sweeps and stuff. So I just dropped the hips and stayed heavy. And once I locked him down, I knew that he was getting a bit desperate to try and go for heel hooks and stuff. So I only got a couple of big shots off because I didn't want to posture up too much to try and land the big heavy shots, because when you elevate up to throw the big shots, that's him. He's going to look for the heel hooks. So I kind of controlled it. I kind of just controlled the position, landed some shots just to win the round. But he's a tough fight. You can never say that's a boring fight. He's a tough boy. And one thing I knew that he probably had better than me was he had better cardio. I knew that. I knew that coming into the fight. My cardio wasn't really up to scratch, but I thought it was enough to get the job done.
Obviously, you came into this fight, you missed weight ever so slightly, so the belt wasn't on the line. Is there a potential rematch here on the cards, or what's next for yourself?
No. I've look at my record, my whole history. When I fought 9 times in the UFC, the Ultimate Fighter, never once did I miss weight ever. Not once did I never even intentionally tried to miss weight, because you're going to lose 30% of your personnel chance. Why would you even do that? You ask my coach here, if I ever struggle, and I wasn't even struggling to make the weight, if I ever struggle, I will jump straight in that bath and I'll cut that weight every time. So the problem was, part of it's on BAMMA's side, because I live way up north, further than where my teammates live. I live in Bushmills, so it's like an hour and a half, a steady pace. So I live a good bit away. So they never booked me a hotel, Right, when you fight for the UFC or whatever, when you fight for the last fight I had, I was at a hotel. The official scales were up there. Your scales, you kind of just flitter up back and forth to check them. So if you're a wee bit off, then you can just jump in the bath. So I was 9 o'clock to 11 o'clock as the official morning weigh-ins. So there's me up at 7 o'clock in the morning, jumping in the bath. I was in the bath to lose £9 in the morning. I did a bit the night before, and then what happened was I was there in the bath caught. It's like, fuck, the time's getting real. It's getting close here. So they're ringing me we're at Norman. It's 10 o'clock. Where are you? I got a few pound to go. So I jumped out of the bath. I was 155.2 in mine, still sweating. So I wrapped up anyway. I said, right, let's get up here to fuck, And then once I got up there, it was we jumped on the scales, 155.8 in their scales, and then it just went crazy. So I stripped off. Not that it was going to take off 0.8, but took them off, and then 155.6, and I was like, well, you can say part it's my fault, but you can look at it's not like I've ever missed weight before. You can say part it's on the way that I never had a hotel. If I had a hotel, I would never have missed that. Why would I even intentionally do that to lose your person a chance to win that belt? So that's what happened. That's to clear that all up. It's not like it's not like I intentionally did that. If I had I know I got there at 11:30. I says, right, give me another 15 minutes to go to a hot bath, if there's even a hot bath around here, and I'll lose that. And then that's what happened. So they said, no, it's past the time, so fuck it. That's, So.
A win in front of the hometown crowd, where do you go from here? What's next for you? It's going to be hard to top this one.
I don't know, it's, every time I fight, like I don't know, like I want to try and make it look like decent and make it look good. Like that's what my intention is. But I always seem to get dragged into these fucking grappling war, like like grindy wrestling matches every time. I thought he would have maybe tried to keep it on the feet longer, but I knew he was looking to mix it up, because that's when you can catch someone setting the takedowns up with the strikes. You can take any good wrestler down. So fair play to him on that side in the third round. He did that a few times, but the first 2 rounds I thought I did enough to steal the fight. He was strong in the third round. He got the takedown, the reversal, and then I says, right, man, I feel a bit tired here. I'm going to like let him lie on me a bit here to try and like stall the time. But he was working hard, and then I was stuck in that, trying to sweep his leg again. But he was doing well hooking the back leg, so I was only really pushing against my own weight, and he was landing some nice shots. But I says, right, I need to get the fuck out of here, because it's not like I was getting hurt, but that score, I was racking up the points. I didn't want it to be like a big gap in the scorecard. So and then I knew in the third round he was coming for it. He was like, I could see it in his face, and I knew he had good cardio. I was like, right, this is I need to try to take him down or like catch a shot. So I got to take my hat off. And this was a big fight for both of us. Because we won our fights since UFC. The next one's like to kind of propel you onto that next wee bit.
Exactly,
so there was like. People think, there was a lot at stake. So one guy moves a bit forward, and I kind of feel for Paul, because he's good lad. I like him. He's a genuine good lad. Nice smack talk, not just a good lad. And I respect his team and all the boys down there. So, but that's I don't think there was 2 losers, a loser here. I thought there was both winners here tonight. So
a great performance from both of you guys. Thanks a million for taking the time here today. Would you like to give a shout out to any of your sponsors?
Yeah, just all my fans, especially them lads. As I say, the new people who just been here to their first event. Sorry, my throat's a bit clogged up here, but thanks to them, and all my sponsors. You can check them all out on my Facebook page and Twitter and Instagram. So give us a follow if you want. Also,
Norman, thanks a million for taking the time, and congratulations on a great contest and a win.
Appreciate that. Thank you.
Have a good night. Cheers.